image is a panel discussing to address the perceptions of and associations of black men in American society today. This conversation will feature an intergenerational group of scholars and students who represent the core of culture, education, social change, and politics, and with their own personal experiences, they will explore issues that are relevant to their communities. Our hope is that this dialogue will educate Furman University about the tools it will take to transform its self-images and empower its communities to create change. Hope you enjoy.
My name is Jeremy Richardson. I'll be introducing our panelists. First, starting on the very end, is Dr. Roger Sneed. He is an associate professor of religion at Furman University. Dr. Sneed earned his PhD from Vanderbilt University and his Master's of Divinity at Emory University. His primary education discipline is African American religious thought and tradition, religion and sexuality, and religion and cultural studies. Second is Representative Bakari Sellers. He is a representative of South Carolina State House representing District 90. Representative Sellers was elected in 2006 at the age of 22. He is currently the second youngest member of the South Carolina General Assembly and is one of the youngest African American legislators in the United States. Third is Chisholm, a senior biology major from Fayetteville, Georgia. Chisholm plays football for the Paladins and is a participant of Student League of Black Culture and the Hughes Mentoring Program. Fourth is Warwick Bowman. Warwick is a sophomore music performance major from Darlington, South Carolina. Warwick is a member of the Furman University Gospel Ensemble, Phi Mu Alpha, Men of Distinction, and Buick. He is also a member of the Furman University Symphonic Band. Fifth is Avery Martin. Avery is presently enrolled at the University of South Carolina Upstate, where he will receive a Bachelor of Arts degree in elementary education. He is an active member in the community and serves as a member and tutor of Deck Academy and Nivet Forest. Avery is very outspoken and relishes opportunities to give positive messages to young people. Last but not least is Reverend Michael Glenn. He is the current pastor at Mount Pleasant Missionary Baptist Church. Reverend Glenn earned his bachelor's degree in religion from Furman University in 1982. He also attended Chandler School of Theology at Emory University and Erskine College. Reverend Glenn serves on the faculty of the National Baptist Congress of Christian Education. Reverend Glenn is married to Dr. Adela Glenn. Dr. Glenn is the director of multicultural affairs at Furman University.
How's everybody doing? Thank you for coming out again. My name is Jason Terrell. I'm going to be your MC for tonight. So the format of the panel is going to be a panel that hits on 6 key aspects: the black image, community and family, the role of faith, media, education, and the next steps. And each panelist will have the opportunity to answer the question he chooses and engage in dialogue. And at the end of the Q&A period, where you can make comments, ask questions, and voice your opinions. So the title of the panel is called Redefining the Black Male Image. And redefine does not mean that there's a right or wrong way to classify black men. However, this is an opportunity to give more definition and perspective to some key subjects. So my first question to the panel is, I want to focus to the panel is, what does image mean? What does it mean to be a man, and in particular a black man? Like I said, anyone who wants to answer can jump on in.
I'll say from a young perspective, being 25, the image is very distorted at times. I think we get caught up in the hip-hop generation or what we see around us. And so for me, going into elementary education, I always stress to my students individuality, because I think it's important. I think a lot of us just follow other people, therefore we lose ourselves into the culture. Therefore we also lose who we are, and then we forget, and then it's too late. A lot of my students who I teach are African American males. A lot of them don't even know who their fathers are. I had an instance this past school year where 2 boys didn't even know they were brothers. One was in 2nd grade, one was in 3rd grade. I happened to get the 2nd grader because he was showing out. So a teacher said, "Oh, go over here and behave." So I thought that was kind of odd. Anyway, how you gonna tell him to go behave in my class, but he wouldn't behave in yours? But nonetheless, they had a conversation. And he was like, "What's your last name?" So he told me his last name. He said, "Is your dad da da da?" He said, "Yeah, that's my dad." He said, "Oh, well, that's my dad." And so therefore, they were going to school the whole entire year, didn't even know they were brothers. And so you talk about the image. Image is important. Image is what we sell. Everybody looks at, when you go out, you're looking at your image, how you present yourself when you go out. talk about three strikes. My parents always told me you don't have three strikes, you have one. And when you look at the system, the way it's built, you do have one. Because we right now in South Carolina, we have something called the prison pipeline. And so in fourth grade, if you cannot read on the fourth grade reading level, basically the front cover of the newspaper, they're building a prison cell for you. So instead of me paying $18,000 to $20,000 a year to educate you, I'm going to put you in a prison cell. I'm going to say I'm going to pay $34,000 of taxpayers' dollars to keep you in here. And so we all know the statistics. We have more African American men in prison than we do in college. So therefore, image is important. So when we walk out, everybody talking about dress. Our dress has to be appropriate. We have to take that extra step because if we don't, we're going to be left behind. So image is definitely important.
Images, life experiences. We grow up having images constantly redefined. We can grow up poor, and if we accept poor, and poor is a state of mind, not necessarily socioeconomic status, but poor is a state of mind. I grew up poor because I did not have financial resources. So you may have defined me as poor, and I may have had a quote poor image because of the style of clothes that I was wearing at the time. So we're constantly redefining our image as we move through life. And if we're not careful, we will buy into a quote poor image. So image is how we define ourselves based on how we see ourselves. So if we see ourselves as poor, our image come across as poor. So we have to be very careful about how we buy into what we grow up in. We can grow up in an affluent society and we think that our image is affluent just because we have affluence. But again, affluence is a state of mind. So image is constantly being redefined as we mature, as we have different life experiences. We began to shape our images according to our life experiences. The more positive life experiences we have, the more our image appear to be positive. Not necessarily meaning that we are thinking positive, it's just that our image appear positive. I walked in today with a suit, tie. I look positive, but I could be crazy as all get up. But just because of how I'm dressed, people assume, based on the perception that they're seeing, that I am a positive role model, image, pastor. People get a certain concept when they hear a pastor attached to my name. When I introduce myself to one of the young men, I just simply introduce myself as Michael, because that's how I define myself. I define myself as Michael. I'm not going to always be pastor, but I will always be Michael. And Michael is the young man that was born in 1958 into a family of 7 brothers, parents who were alcoholics. Okay, so I could have taken on the role of an alcoholic if I had bought into that image. But because I'd seen other quote positive images, I chose to define myself according to some of the positive things that I saw around me that I thought represented a positive image. So we're constantly redefining who we are by life experiences.
And to piggyback on what you're saying, I think we need to use the word images as opposed to image.
Exactly.
Because if we get locked into this monolithic presentation of a black male image, we run the risk of making the mistakes that many of our predecessors made in saying that there has to be a race man who will be the savior of the race. Not all of us are equipped or ready or want or need to be the savior of the race. Which leads to my second point, is that I'm always concerned when we start positioning ourselves as African American men vis-a-vis crisis, that we always and are always and forever defining ourselves over and against some form of crisis. And I think that can lead to another kind of mythology that, again, basically the same mythology of trying to create an exceptional person. And who wants that kind of burden? I mean, don't we just want to live?
Exactly.
And like Um, but when I'm at home, I'm Roger. And as I pondered this question, what does it mean to be a black man? I'm like, well, shoot, there's so much more that is part of being me that is beyond, that's part of black, that's beyond black, that some people would say is contradictory to being black. Um, and so I'm like, well, actually, I can't answer that question until I can answer the question of what it first means to be Roger. And for me, answering that question is about, well, am I comfortable with being who I am and all of who I am and all of those parts of me that are me? And I think that's a question that we have to ask ourselves individually before we start talking about collectives. And I noticed I said the word collectives because there's more than just one black man, there are black men. That's what I have to say about that.
Good afternoon. My name is Bakari Sellers from the big city of Denmark, South Carolina. And as he said, I've been in the General Assembly now for this is my third term. But I do think that for the purposes of this discussion, that it is possible to define African American men as a collective. And I think it's almost a necessity that we do. And I think the way that we go about doing that is by measuring expectations. My problem, and the problems that we run into many times, and when I travel around the state and the country for that matter, and I'm speaking to young people, be them white or black, but I spend a lot of time in prisons because I'm an attorney as well, but I always talk about the level of expectation. And we don't necessarily have to create, and I truly agree with what you're saying, the Messiah complex is kind of the race man and all this, and all these other images that we're trying to create. But I do think that as a culture we can lift the level of expectation, thereby creating African American men that fit in some positive image, not any particular image, but some positive image, some positive light. Because as young people, I'm 26 years old, and let's say I graduated from law school 3 years ago. And for me, I've always had a certain level of expectation in my household, but as a community, that level of expectation is not there, because I will tell you, when you walk outside of this room, be you African American male or female, there aren't many people that believe that you're going to succeed, and they're not. And especially within our own community, and when you do succeed, you're viewed as being atypical. You're viewed as being strange. So I think that there's a level of expectation that we have to deal with, and raising that level of expectation. And until we address the level of expectations within our own community,